Hi, this is Stacy Stone at Chesapeake Soda Clean. This is part one of a three-part video on the bad dust containment system, bad dust bags. We're inside of my shop, and what we're looking at here is the bad dust bag containment system that could be used for painting or blasting, but it's a temporary blast booth. The size of this particular, which is one of the stock standard size, 12 foot wide, 24 deep, and 10 feet high. And we have it anchored to the floor with a carabiner, an eyelet, and that's clipped to the cord that runs around the bottom of the bag. Part two of the video, I'll show you how we blow this up with a standard carpet drying type fan system. But I want to show you our attachments. And you can just drill these into the floor, half-inch hole. The four sides of the bag are color-coded, so if you want to install it the same way every time, you can. When I don't have the bag installed, I just have it pushed up against the back wall there. And you can install a dust system in here, either something active or passive, either an air scrubber, or you could vent it through one of the four side vents or two roof vents. Alright, well that concludes portion one. Portion two, we'll blow this thing up. Hi, Stacy Stone again, Chesapeake Soda Clean. This is part two of a three-part video series on the bad dust containment system, bad dust bag. And as in part one you saw the layout of the bag, part two we're going to blow this thing up. Alright, we'll reach down and turn our fan on. And we're going to start adding some air to the bag. Now this literally took just a few minutes to stretch it out on the floor and hook it down. It's very important that this is secure to the floor. If we were going to do this outdoors, you could use some very heavy-duty tent-type stakes driven in the ground. If you had a concrete pad, you could drill it in just like we have here. But it does need to be secured well. Now I'm going to stand back here and we're going to watch this blow up. And as you can see, we're inside my shop here at Chesapeake Soda Clean. This is one of our empty bays. The nice thing about this is you don't have to build a dedicated booth either for painting or blasting. You can set this thing up literally in just a few minutes. We're at a minute 24 right now, and you can see it's really filling up with air. When we get to about this midpoint, it doesn't look like it's doing much, but it is filling up. It takes less than 5 minutes to completely inflate the bag. There are two roof vents that you could let air out. There are also four side vents. We're using one of the four to put air in. And you could use any of those side vents to put air in or take air out. You could duct to a dust collector or put an air scrubber type system inside. And you see we're starting to blow up here. That's one of our roof vents that you can open and close from inside the bag. Part three of the video, we'll walk inside the bag and I'll show you. Now this is 12 wide, 24 deep, 10 high, but it actually gets a little bit bigger than that because it will billow out. Very heavy duty material, so ripstop type material, will last for years. Made right here in America by the folks at Bad Dust Containment Systems. Same folks that make the bad dust curtains for boat bottom blasting. It's a terrific product. Everybody who's looked at it so far has been absolutely amazed at how fast it goes up. And what you're looking at here is our entryway door. And there's a door on both the front and back. It's a zipper. The zipper is velcroed in from the inside, and the reason for that is if the zipper ever wears out, you can replace it without having to send it back to the folks at Bad Dust. And they do include one extra zipper just in case you break one or wear one out, but that's going to be pretty tough. You do have a window, front and back, and I'm going to take a peek inside here, and you can see what it looks like in here. There's our rear door, our rear window, one of the vents, and our skirt on the inside. There's a 5-foot skirt all the way around the bottom. Okay, we are at 3 minutes 48 seconds, and we're pretty tight. And you can see our cord on the bottom is holding us tight. And that's the reason why this has to be hooked to something solid, or else it's going to pick up and take off. Alright, at this point with our fan, which is a 3-speed fan supplied by the folks at Bad Dust, we can drop this down to medium or low, just as a maintenance. And I'm going to stand back here. This thing really filled up that bay. To make a nice big blast room. Hi, Stacy Stone here, Chesapeake Soda Clean. This is part 3 of our 3-part video featuring the Bad Dust Containment System Bad Dust Bag. This is a temporary paint or blast room or booth that you can install inside your shop. Part 1, you saw it laid on the floor. Part 2, we blew the bag up. Part 3, we're going in. Close the zipper up, and we're in. Here's where our air is entering with our fan. There's our zippered door that we just entered through with our glow-in-the-dark exit sign window. Now, we have 4 air ports, I guess we can call them, one on each side, and these can be used to put air in or take air out. Number 3 and number 4. Very convenient. Also, we have 2 ceiling or roof vents, and these can be opened and closed from inside. If you want to close it, pull your cord down and tie it off. If you want to open it, just let the air pressure build up and it will pop itself back up and it will open. There's our other roof vent. You can use these just to let some pressure off of the bag. There's a 5-foot skirt all the way around on the inside that seals it to the floor. Now if you wanted to keep this really super clean, you could put a piece of plastic down first, some 4mm or 6mm. Then you could tape this to that floor plastic and have a complete sealed enclosure on the floor, and it keep everything clean and nice. Here's our rear door with our zippers and exit sign and another window. So we've got a really nice big room here. I would say that ceiling is probably close to 12 feet tall, even though this is only a 10-foot high bag. You know, the sides also billow out and the front and back billow out. So 12 by 24 by 10 really turns into probably 14 by 26 by 12. Lots of room in here. If you wanted to paint parts and pieces, if you wanted to blast parts and pieces, I think it would be terrific. Install it indoors, outdoors. It just needs to be secured to the ground very well. Alright, if you'd like more information about Bad Dust containment systems and the Bad Dust bag, just contact us, Chesapeake Soda Clean at ChesapeakeSodaClean.com. Phone number is 410-271-2652. Thanks.